king in Jorvik was vanished, Jorvik expanded dramatically, with new streets, new churches, and a brand new style of houses. It was a busy place, with people arriving from all over the Viking world to visit, trade, and settle. In this multicultural society, people had different appearances, languages, religions, and possessions. The remains of part of this thriving city were found right here, and by carefully piecing together all of the archaeological evidence and what we know from other sources, you can now visit the Viking Age. You have arrived by the river Foss, made their way to Jorvik to sell their goods. Slavers may have come to Jorvik from Dublin or elsewhere, bringing with them the spoils of their raids or battle victories. Slaves were an important part of society all over Northern and Western Europe at this time. It looks like this slave trader is trying to make his way up to Copenhagen. But before we get there, let's have a look at some of the many craftspeople working here in the city. Here's Sigurd. He's using animal bones and antler from deer to make some everyday objects such as combs, comb cases, skates, and bone pins. Making a comb from antler could be very time-consuming, as the ones found here are made from many pieces riveted together and then decorated. We know that the Vikings liked to keep themselves well-groomed, as we found many combs in the excavations, as well as items such as tweezers and even ear scoops. We'll now head away from the river towards the street and meet some more of the people who are still doing a great way to turn household waste into meat. Here's the blacksmith's house. Look inside and you can see his wife by the fire. Grummy, the blacksmith, is teaching his son how to sharpen a knife he has just made. Viking Age smiths were masters of their craft, and here in Jorvik they made everything from needles to beautifully ornate handles. Now we'll go across to the next property and visit his neighbour, Unni, a woodturner who lives in one of the new style wooden planked buildings. Unni is making cups and bowls by turning wood such as oak or ash and his cold made. You can see all the wooden core waste on the ground, which children may have used as spinning tops. By the way, it's this trade that many think gave its name to Copenhagen, the street of the cup makers. We're now moving into Coppergate itself, an important commercial street right in the heart of the city of Jorvik. As you can see from these stalls, you can buy almost anything here. Coppergate is just one of the many streets in this city, which was home to more than 10,000 people. The streets of the city of Jorvik are covered in filth and mud, rutted by cart wheels or potholes everywhere. This leather worker seems to be having trouble sewing his shoe pieces together, and looks like he has Viking disease, Dupuytren's contracture. You can see it's caused the fingers on his hand to become clawed. It's a genetic disorder that runs in families, and seen particularly in middle-aged men. Tradition has it that it originated with the Vikings, who spread it throughout Northern Europe and beyond as they travelled and intermarried. This couple here are arguing about what to have for supper, meat or fish. It would seem that life hasn't changed too much over the last 1,000 years. They're arguing in Old Norse, but if you listen carefully, you can hear Old English, Middle Welsh, and Old Irish all being spoken in this street. Here's a food seller trying to sell this wealthy-looking woman a cabbage of some sort. It doesn't look like the type of thing that would tempt her or her young baby. This woman looks like she's struggling to cross the road. We only found 2 complete skeletons in the excavations here, and this one is based on one of them. You can see that she's working to make their way to Jorvik to sell their goods. Slavers may have come to Jorvik from Dublin or elsewhere, bringing with them the spoils of their raids or battle victories. Slaves were an important part of society all over Northern and Western Europe at this time. It looks like this slave trader is trying to make his way up to Copenhagen. But before we get there, let's have a look at some of the many craftspeople working here in the city. Here's Sigurd. He's using animal bones and antler from deer to make some everyday objects such as combs, comb cases, skates, and bone pins. Making a comb from antler could be very time-consuming, as the ones found here are made from many pieces riveted together and then decorated. We know that the Vikings like to keep themselves well groomed, as we found many combs in the excavations, as well as items such as tweezers and even ear scoops. We'll now head away from the river towards the street and meet some more of the people relating wood pieces made from bone, wood and ivory, so it must have been a popular pastime. Let's go back towards the river where big trading ships have been that have come up from the North Sea. Here, traders are unloading their goods alongside fishermen cleaning their camps. Goods and raw materials from across Britain, as well as rare and valuable items from further afield, were brought into Jorvik here. Iron alloy bars from Britain alongside amber, sharpening stones and wool recycled from Scandinavia, and good wine from Florida. Jorvik was truly bustling, a vast international trading centre. Here's some fishermen cleaning their catch and mending their nets. Fish from the rivers and the sea were brought into Jorvik